Hi folks, it's a real nice May afternoon here in northern Nevada. If you see it looks like it's snowing, it's because the cottonwood tree is starting to pop. Anyways, got 5 ropes here we're going to go over today. Before we do that though, I'm really happy to make the official announcement that hopefully June 1st, Roebuck, Nevada will have its own website, which I will be selling all of these ropes plus some more. Pretty excited with that. It's a partnership with 310 Ranch Life. I'm super stoked. I'm super grateful. It's an awesome opportunity. Okay, the way it's going to work on the website, the 310 polys will be the 310 polys, and I'm going to list my own cotton ropes on there. Pretty happy about that. So 5 ropes we're going over today. This is the Cayman by 310. It's a 3-strand poly. This is the Silverback by 310. It's a 3-strand poly. This is the Tracer by 310. Oh gosh, I think it's a 3-strand. Honestly, I forget. Let me see. 310 does this really cool thing where they put it on their tags. 4-strand, extra soft. You can see it right there. Okay, that's a Tracer. The Tracer is a nylon poly blend. I've never used a nylon poly blend before. I swung it a little bit at the dummy the other night. That's why you can see it's a little bit dirty. This is a Roebuck waxed cotton. And this is a Roebuck dry cotton, or untreated. I've talked extensively about the dry cottons on my channel. I'll link those videos in this video. But anyways, let's get to swinging them a little bit and I'll give you my thoughts on each one. Okay, first up is the 310 Cayman. Just first impressions of it is it's pretty lightweight for a poly. This rope has not been ran across the saddle horn. It's not broken. It's straight out of the box just like this. Polys change just a little bit when they get broke in. I imagine this one's no different. Just initial impression here, it feels like it would be good for somebody who likes a rope that kind of takes a mold when it hits, if that makes sense to anybody, and isn't super heavy. If you like a super heavy poly, this rope is not for you because it's not heavy. To me anyways. You see, sets a big nice open heel trap. You can reach out the neck calves. For being a little bit lighter than say the Silverback is, you can feel your tip really well. You can feel what the body, the loop's doing. It doesn't want to wear on you a lot when you're swinging it. You can see how that's how I say like it takes a mold right there. I think if a guy maybe had a problem with a regular poly and calf stepping through his loops a lot, you could give this rope a shot. Like that there. Some polys, for me, kind of don't want to do that real consistently. Cayman's a good feeling rope. For those of you that watch the 310 channel, you've seen Dalton Darnell just be an absolute assassin with this rope. It's kind of spooky the things he can do with it. So if you just take and shake a loop out here, you can see it does fly real nice on those longer shots. Again, if you're a fan of poly ropes but don't like a really super heavy poly, you'll probably get along pretty well with the Cayman. Next up is the Silverback by 310. You guys have seen me roping with this particular rope for a month or two now. I get along with it. It's a little bit softer feeling to me than the Cayman was. It's got more weight. Maybe not quite as much tendency to stand for a nicer trap. But for me, this rope is how I like polys and heavy. You can build a trap that'll stand. This won't build a trap that'll stand up as easily, say, as that Cayman would. It's just not quite got the same stiffness to it, per se. This Silverback is a lot more of what a poly should feel like, in my opinion. Nothing against the Cayman there. I've roped a bunch with the Silverback. I really like it. As far as polys go, it is holding up fairly well. A lot of polys seems like they just turn into dish rags as soon as you rope a couple real heavy things with them and let your rope slide and get hot. This one's not quite doing that, so I'm pretty happy with that. When it comes to setting Delvianos and things like that, the Silverback is what I'm going to grab. I've had a lot of fun with this rope. Okay, this is the Tracer by 310. It's a poly nylon blend. It's the only one I've ever had. Very first impressions right here, it feels like a heavy nylon, which that's basically what it is. It wants to feed really nice. It wants to keep a big open loop for you. Bit more life than I'm used to in a rope. I am used to roping with softer ropes. Dang sure can be a fast, snappy rope. You can get in a little bit of a hurry with this rope and it'll let you. Where like if you get in a hurry with them polys, it's not gonna let you. When we go next year, when we go back to the Cowboys with Cameras rodeo, the Tracer is probably what I'll have tied to my saddle, just for the fact that you can get in a hurry with it and it will be a little bit forgiving. If I was headed to a branding where I knew the ropers there were maybe a little bit more the Go Fast Team Roper style branding or a heel and drag branding, Tracer would probably be an awesome choice for that. Okay, this is a waxed cotton. It's not been broke in yet. It's straight out of the box. Now, I want to say up front and totally honest, cotton ropes feel like trash until they're broke in. I'm a cotton rope guy. I love my cotton ropes, but they feel like absolute garbage until they're broke in. You just got to go out and use them. The more you use them, the better they'll get. Cotton ropes, or waxed cotton, do start feeling a little bit better than the dry cottons. So let's throw this waxed cotton around a little bit, see what it does. You can see just holding it, it's wanting to kink and act real weird. As soon as you start swinging it though, it comes to life in your hand and it's going to set a real true trap for you. Wax cottons, in my opinion, and nothing against anybody that buys them religiously, are the cheater's way of dealing with a cotton rope. They feel great. They're pretty easy to get along with. In horse talk, in my opinion, buying a wax cotton is like buying a 3 or 4 year old that somebody else started and put a decent handle on. Nothing wrong with that. That's not a negative thing. That's just my opinion with it. Now these cottons, whether it's a wax cotton or a dry cotton, they're going to be a working cowboy's best friend for the simple fact that they are more durable you will get more loops per dollar out of a cotton rope versus a poly or a nylon, in my opinion. Polys have their place throwing big fancy fun loops. Nylons have their place dragging things in a trailer. Cottons have a place tied to your saddle when you're going to work 7 days a week. Wax cottons are no exception to that rule. They feel good. You can do a lot with them, but they don't always lay just like a poly will. Again, the wax cotton is the easiest way to get into cotton ropes. Okay, now we got a dry cotton. I described dry cottons as an unbroke horse because you have to make it. You have to break it in. You have to treat it however you'd like. It's kind of the difference in making a bridle horse or riding a bridle horse. If you're willing to spend the effort and time and get a cotton rope broke in, because remember, they don't feel very good when they're brand new, and then treat that cotton rope either with linseed oil and then paint it, or just linseed oil or just paint. They all feel a little bit different depending upon which steps you do. You'll end up with a real nice, honest, true, durable rope in the end. This one's dry. I've ran it through a post a couple times like you would a riata. I can't say honestly that's the way to do it. That was something I tried on this rope first time ever. Not sure how I feel about it, but let's throw it around a minute. First impressions, it's very lightweight. It's the lightest weight of any of the ropes that we've talked about so far today. Sets a pretty decent heel trap. It's hard to feel in your hand because it is so lightweight. You just have to rope with it enough to get it broke in like this. Once you treat it with linseed oil or paint it, it'll be heavier. No two cotton ropes feel the same. Those of you that watch the channel consistently remember I had that red cotton rope, and it was broken after maybe 5 or 10 head with it. It broke in really fast, really nice. This blue one, it's turning out to be just a little bit tougher. I have not roped anything live with it. I've just been roping the dummy with it and trying to get it broken to where it'll feel good. What I look for in a cotton rope before I treat them is they start feeling way too light, and say you go to run a calf down and you'll throw that rope and it'll just not carry. I mean, it'll feel like you're just trying to swing a bath towel, and that's when you know it's time to treat them. I've got videos on that on my YouTube channel. Once you treat them though, they're the working man's friend. They will last a long time. You can get a lot of miles. And the beauty about treating them, if you want a softer rope, little bit softer rope, say comparable to how that Cayman acted, but heavier, just treat it with linseed oil, boiled linseed oil. If you want a rope that acts kind of like that Tracer did a little bit, treat it with just house paint. It won't be super heavy, but it'll have a bunch more body and stiffness to it. How I like to treat them is I'll linseed oil them and then paint them. They turn real heavy that way, real heavy. They get some life, some body in them, but they will still drape around the calf's head rather than just bounce across the bridge of its nose. Beauty of a cotton rope. Once, if you paint them or linseed them, if they start feeling just a little bit too light, a little bit too limp for you again, you can treat them again. The best cotton rope I ever had, I think I had painted it 3 times by the time it was finally too short. These cotton ropes are known for twisting and being a real pain to work with. It's a simple solution. If you get a twist, 18 inches, 2 foot from your Honda, pinch it right there, come back a couple inches, put some electrical tape on it, cut it, tie a new end, tie a new Honda, go on with life. If your rope is just having some twists, you get done roping it or branding, go rope a big stout fence post and then run the whole length of it a couple times across your saddle horn, and every time you get to the end of it, pull on it real hard and it'll twist a little bit, and those twists will all come out and it'll feel just honest and true and brand new again. But anyways, guys, like I said, I look forward to selling all these ropes to you on my website, and leave any questions in the comments.